Hello everyone. Hello. Just gonna give everybody a couple minutes just to kind of get the link sharing and get an audience built up here. Hi. Hi, Crystal. So I'd like to wait till we have closer to 20 people on, preferably, before we get started. Hi. Thanks, Coralie Saunders Mitchell, for sharing the video. Hi, Lavina. Maybe 2 more minutes and then I'll just get started with my presentation. Hey, Caitlin. Hi, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Elodie. Hi, Shanley. Nice to see you. Well, I guess I can't see you, but nice to see your name and a message. Okay, maybe 1 more minute and then we'll get started. Excuse me. So girls on the roster, if you could definitely share the link, or even if you want to share, then you can invite and just click people that you want to invite to the video as well. You can do that. Alright, so it is 6:05, so we've given people about 5 minutes to kind of jump on the live feed here. So I'll just begin by saying, before I even say anything, I'm just going to let you guys know that this live video is one of the draws as well for a free application. So definitely message the Miss Canada Glow Productions Facebook page. Just click the send message button. So indicate your name, your age, your height, your email address, your phone number, and your parents' contact information as well, like their name and number if you are under the age of 18, and who invited you to watch the video today as well. So maybe if one of the roster members could just comment that for our viewers just to refer back to if they forget. I will kind of remind you guys as well throughout the show, yeah, definitely throw your name in the hat, especially if you're interested in joining the pageant. I mean, if you can win a free application, that'd be great. And just to remind you as well, it is not a free entrance fee, sorry. It's a free application to the pageant. So if one of the girls can comment that, that would be great. So Hi everybody, my name is Kristie Kennedy. I'm from Ontario, and I actually competed 2 years ago in 2015. So my very first round was a couple of years ago. So I competed and I won the, oh, thanks Crystal. I competed and I won the regional title of Miss Northern Ontario Globe 2015. So from there, I went on to nationals as well. Unfortunately, I didn't place my first year, but I still had a really, really fun time. I met lots of really great girls, lots I still keep in contact with as well. And so after I got home, I, went in my community and I did appearances, I volunteered, and I'll kind of get into the specifics. And thank you. And after, going to my community, doing appearances, I recruited some other girls into the pageant. I was a good title holder. So Miss Canada Globe Productions offers the national title of Miss Canada Charity as well. So that is for people that have already gone through the pageant, had a regional title, and, they were a good title holder. They're actually invited back to compete for this national title. So last year in 2016, I competed for Miss Canada Charity, and I won First Princess. So that was an awesome opportunity as well. It was really great to kind of go back into the pageant scene, see the girls again, see the director Maya and all the staff and everybody again, and just kind of go through some of the fun activities as well. So recently I was actually named Miss Canadian Beauty International. So what that means is now that I'm on the national roster, I'm actually being sent international to an international pageant through Miss Canada Globe Productions, which even though I didn't win the top one, I was a runner-up. Not a lot of people do that. So even being a runner-up, like the opportunities are endless. Like you can go on further from just your first title, and you keep going and keep going. So it was really great that they have given me this opportunity as well. So in April I go and I compete in the Dominican and Miss Beauty International. So it's coming close. It's already almost March, so definitely lots to do and everything like that, but it'll definitely be a very, very fun time. And I'm not going alone. I have other people going with me as well in different categories, so that's always nice too. And it's my first time going anywhere like hot and tropical, so I wouldn't have had this opportunity if it wasn't for Miss Canada Globe Productions. So I do want to extend a huge thank you as well. So So just to kind of start about my journey with Miss Canada Globe, so I kind of gave you a brief, but basically in 2014 I was kind of not in the best place. I had been diagnosed with a really bad depression and things like that, and I thought, well, maybe if I can find something to do, or a hobby, or something out there just to kind of get me kind of out there, kind of doing something different. So I just Googled like modeling, acting, pageant, and I actually came across an ad for Miss Canada Globe. So kind of how the process works is that my information is referred by a title holder to the office. They came in contact with me, and I didn't even think I'd get that far. So they came in contact with me and just kind of said, hey, this is the information we have for you, just confirming your interests and things like that. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So then I got an application, and I looked at the application. I was like, okay, pretty straightforward. And I started asking for like height and weight and things like that, and I honestly thought at that point that I wouldn't get in. I was quite heavy at the time, and I wasn't the healthiest, so I thought, oh my god, like I'm gonna send this in and like this is gonna be it kind of thing. And then I was on a camping trip after I had my phone interview. After my application, I did have a phone interview, and then after all of that I was on a camping trip with my parents, and I actually found out that I was accepted. So one thing for me getting started with Miss Canada Globe Productions, it already set a really, really good vibe, knowing that they accepted me regardless of my weight or my height or, my race or anything like that. So that set a good tone for me from the beginning. I was like, okay, this isn't like your typical pageant, like I don't have to be 100 pounds and 5'11" or 5'10", and it was really nice to see that they really look for girls who want to promote confidence and your meaning of beauty. So that was really great. So, I received my program book and my delegate sash. So it was really cool to get a sash before I had even started. So, I actually still have it. So, but it came in the mail, yeah, maybe like a month, not even. And this was used just if I wanted to do any fundraising or anything like that. Plus, it kind of made me feel nice because it's like I'm already part of it now, if that makes sense. So I'll just quickly turn the camera so you guys can just see it. Hold on. So this is kind of what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it looks the same this year as well. So it was kind of nice. It was like, oh, okay, this is really happening. This is for real. Like, awesome. So I had that, and that kind of got me really motivated. So yeah, once I competed and all that fun jazz, obviously you get different sashes. So when I got down there, I was really nervous. I went by myself. I was really nervous. I wasn't sure what to expect. I wasn't sure how the other girls were going to be or anything like that. And so I got there, I registered, and everyone was super friendly from the beginning, which was really great. Everyone was so inclusive, and I met a couple people. We were all just kind of like, oh, you're in the pageant too? Oh, okay, cool. And we all just kind of started hanging out, which was really nice. So the first thing that kind of comes first is the regional assessment. So the regional assessment is 3 days long. So a lot of people kind of get confused between the regional and national assessment in my experience. So just to clarify, the regional and national weeks or pageants are back to back. You don't have to travel twice or anything like that. So you're going to be down there for approximately 10 days, and so for the first 3 days are your regional assessment, and then the rest is the national. So before I got there, I did some fundraising. So the pageant did provide me with a lot of documents to use. So I was able to, ask people for sponsorship. I was able to come up with my own fundraising ideas, or even use the tools from the pageant as well. So I kind of had, some money and some sponsorship as well, which was great because, they don't expect you to pay for it out of pocket. So one thing that the pageant also gave me in my mail thing with the sash is the program book from the year prior. So it was nice to see, kind of like what to expect, what the pictures look like, and other people as well from the year prior. But I'll just kind of flip over and let you guys see it too. Yeah, so this one's the one that I got. So it kind of has the previous year winners. It's really nice. It has the corporate sponsors in there too. It has a beautiful message from Maya, our wonderful director. And what it does is it shows you in each category, the girl, and these photos are taken at the pageant as well by a professional photographer, which is a lot of fun too, and their bio that the delegates submit. So that was really cool. I'll just kind of flip to the back. So one neat thing that the pageant provides is a way for you to get sponsorship. So you can actually sell advertisement spaces in the program book towards your entrance fee. So I know a full page ad costs $3,000. So if you sell, if one business is like, yeah, totally, I would love to buy an ad, well, there you go, your entrance fee is paid. So they can send the money to the pageant, and it comes off your entrance fee. And they also get a tax receipt too, which is something really great for businesses, because if there's, any way they can write it off on their taxes, it's absolutely wonderful for them too. So it's kind of nice too, because most people just kind of think, oh, I have to come up with, I'll just switch here. Oh, I have to come up with all this money, it's blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, actually, the pageant provides you a really, really good way to, cater to the business side, especially as well. So that's one thing that I really, really liked. So just to kind of take a break, yeah. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to comment, things like that. Yeah, Shanley says, people don't need to be scared of the entrance fee. There's so much that you can do to help raise money to cover that. I was actually out today with a recruit this year collecting recyclables. Yeah, absolutely. And I know the pageant does provide like a 10% discount if you pay your entrance fee up front too. So you can always do that and, raise money to kind of get your money back kind of thing. So, which is really great. Lots of places don't do that. So, anytime you can save a little bit of money, why not? There's tons of things you can do to raise money. It's really not hard. It's just how much effort you put in. Lots of the other title holders as well have lots of fundraising ideas. So if you are interested in getting other fundraising ideas, I'm sure you could either comment here and one of the girls will respond, or you can message myself or any of the other girls, and I'm sure they'd be happy to help. So this also goes for people interested or people that are already signed up for the pageant or just kind of wondering for some ideas. Definitely message us. So when I got to the regional assessment, it was kind of overwhelming. There's a lot of girls and lots of new faces and names to learn, for sure. So basically we were, we got there, registered, had a little welcome, and then we were put into rooms. So it was really nice because I was put with people obviously I've never met, and it was really cool because we kind of, create this sort of bond because it's like, oh, we were roomies for regionals, and it was really cool to, meet new people and, kind of, stretch my boundaries a little bit and kind of learn about other people as well. So the regional assessment consists of, so your interview, your swimsuit, your evening gown, your platform, swimsuit, evening gown, platform, and then my year they had a little bit on hair and makeup. I'm not sure if it's every year, but so the interview is just kind of a good way to get you used to interviewing, getting you used to answering questions like kind of right off the hop sort of thing. I personally love the interview portion of pageants. I think it's not only, a really good way to get to know somebody for sure for like pageantry, but it also helped me in my career as well. It gave me a lot more confidence. If I can answer some of the questions that are asked in pageants, like things that you wouldn't normally be asked on a daily basis. Like when you go to a job interview, it's like, oh, tell me your strengths, tell me your weaknesses. The questions they ask are something completely like, oh, I never thought of that. Like, so it was really good to kind of learn how to really think on my feet. So that really helped me as well. I learned a lot about etiquette too. Just etiquette in terms of when you go for your interview, what things you should wear, how to be a pageant girl. There was a lot of training. They gave us a lot of training. So I learned a lot about like walk training, how to do a T-pose. Never heard of a T-pose in my life till I got there. The shoes that I brought I hadn't even worn since I was in grade 12 at my prom. Probably wore them for half an hour and took them off. So it was kind of interesting to kind of learn how to walk in heels too. So it was really great. They taught me how to T-pose, how to turn. They also taught me how to do proper walks. So they taught me my bikini walk. They taught me my evening gown walk, and it was really nice because they actually lined up the girls on both sides and we kind of took turns walking down the main way, and it was really nice because the other girls were really uplifting and clapping for you, and it was really nice. The trainers were absolutely awesome. I still keep in contact with most of them, and they were really, really helpful. They would say, okay, you're not doing enough in your hips, or you don't have enough going on with your arms, and they were really, really constructive, and I felt that it wasn't just they were teaching everybody just to teach everybody. I really felt that it was very specific to me, like, okay, this is what you need to work on, and you. So it was really nice to have that as well. So in addition to, what's part of regionals and the training, regionals is very busy. It's a quick 3 days, but it does provide the girls an opportunity to kind of go through the works before they compete for the national title, which is really nice because then it gets you the chance to be on stage, the chance to practice what you've learned before you're shooting for the big title. So it's definitely a plus. I really enjoyed it, and not only that, it is a non-elimination round. So every girl gets a crown and sash, some sort of title. What title you get, it's up to you. So for example, I lived in Ontario, so the biggest one I could get was the province, so Miss Ontario, then it's Miss Northern, Southern, Eastern, Western, Central Ontario, and then below that it might be like Miss GTA or Miss, whatever region. But it's nice that everybody gets something. So in addition to that, just because you get, a really high title in regionals doesn't mean that you're going to win in nationals. There's been girls who got a smallest region, but they ended up winning, in nationals. So that's really great too. It gives you a chance to take everything, learn everything, apply it, learn from it, and then move forward and kind of go on next. So Crystal asked, was there a part that made you nervous? I know a lot of girls are usually nervous about the interviews. I personally don't get nervous for interviews myself. And I don't really have a problem with like on stage stuff really, but I know a lot of girls, and this part kind of made me nervous, is the swimsuit part. A lot of girls are really nervous about swimsuit. So in regionals, I was very scared to go on stage because I at the time I wasn't in the best shape. I felt kind of like, not really confident in myself. So that made me a little bit nervous, I could say. But what was great and what was definitely a life-changing moment for me was when I went on stage at regionals, and I walked on stage and I was walking, doing my bikini walk, and people I didn't even know were clapping for me, going woo, and like cheering me on. At that moment, I swear to this day, at that moment, it's almost like my confidence switch in the back of my mind went from off to on, and I have so much confidence in myself. Since that moment, I remember it vividly, like it was yesterday, and I feel beautiful, and I feel great, and I feel confident and happy in myself. So, that kind of helped me. So I tell the girls, yeah, you're going to be on stage in a bikini, but at least you get to practice it once at regionals. Not only that, you do get to pick what you wear for regionals. I wasn't very confident, so I actually wore a tankini. I didn't wear a one-piece, not a two-piece, but like a tankini, so it's like a tank top bikini thing, and bottom. So that kind of helped ease me into being able to do the bikini that is color-coded in nationals too. So I hope that answers your question. But yeah, lots of girls are nervous for interviews. Lots of girls were nervous for the platform just because it's a public speaking thing. So just to touch on that too, the platform is basically you choose a charity that you wish to represent with your title. And you present to the judges kind of, a little bit about your charity, why you're choosing it, things that you have planned for it or things that you want to do with your title with it. So it's kind of like one of those things, like it's kind of like a little speech. So I mean, we've all kind of done them in school, but it's just another way to kind of get to know you, because I mean, every interview they're only like a few minutes long, and having a platform is just kind of like another way to see, okay, well, what do you plan on doing with the title, kind of thing. So yeah, regionals, it was also really great because it was very fast-paced. I like fast-paced, so it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. It was, I won't lie, I was tired, but it was definitely worth it. I had a lot of energy in the morning because I was really excited to learn what we were learning today and kind of continuing on. I have to say that, like I said before, it was definitely a life-changing experience for me too. So as well with regionals, after we're crowned, you kind of hold that title for a year too. So it doesn't matter if you place at nationals, you do go home with this title. So like I said, I went home with Miss Northern Ontario Globe. So all the girls are called back after they compete and they're crowned on stage, and they keep their crown. So I'll show you guys what my sash looked like from my year. Just one sec, I'll flip over here. Alright, so this one is my Miss Northern Ontario Globe 2015. So, very pretty, like really good quality too. I was really impressed. Yeah, so that was my sash for a year. Yeah, I tried my best not to get it dirty, and it's nice and clean, and yeah. So after regionals, there's also a couple things that kind of happen in there too. So one unique thing to Miss Canada Globe Productions is the confidence training. So Eden Pereira, she's our public relations person here at Miss Canada Globe Productions. I absolutely love her. Eden, if you see this, hey, I miss you. Can't wait to see you this summer. But what she does is she actually holds a confidence training session. So it's very personal. It's kind of a way too for the girls to basically all sit in a circle in a private room, and Eden goes through her material that she wishes to go through with the girls, and it kind of just teaches you, the importance of confidence, why it's important to embrace confidence, and if you have low self-esteem, why it's important to combat that early, and kind of ways of overcoming it. And lots of girls share really personal stories too. I'd heard some very personal stories to the point where, I cried a bit. Definitely, there was some tears my year. Lots of girls were opening up about their personal issues, either within their family, past experiences, abuse, or, mental health issues, or, really bad experiences that have happened to them, to kind of break down their confidence, and it definitely connects the girls. I shared something my year, and I had a girl come up to me kind of after. I hadn't even met her yet, but I had her come up to me after, and she said, what you said really touched me. Like, I'm really thankful that you shared it, and, I'm here if you need me, kind of thing. And so it was really nice. It kind of kind of creates a pact, if that makes sense. Like, kind of binds the girls all in some unique way. So that's something unique to Miss Canada Glow Productions. Another pageant does confidence training, and I think it's really important to do that because lots of girls might feel, unconfident in themselves when they're on stage. So it kind of gives them a boost, and kind of like just helps refresh everything. And personally, I really enjoyed it. So Elodie says, it is stressful, but they really prepare us for interviews, sending us questions to practice, and the questions are usually the same. So yes, I can't stress this enough. I felt super comfortable. I felt super, prepared. I had training on literally everything. I knew what was expected of me. They were very, very good at kind of telling me, okay, this is what you need today, or this is what's going on today. The communication was great, and definitely for the interviews, they teach you everything from what to do when you walk in the room throughout the whole thing, and what to do as you're leaving. Like, it couldn't have been more clear. So if girls are kind of feeling like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to know what I'm doing, you're definitely going to know. You're definitely going to be informed and kind of in the loop. So, alright, so what's the next thing I kind of want to talk about? So pageant week. So pageant week was absolutely amazing. I have to say, I've never eaten breakfast that good in probably my whole life. So lots of people are kind of concerned about what the food would be. The food was amazing. I had good food every day. I ate the best things for breakfast. I love sausages, so that was really awesome too. So all 3 meals are covered, so that was great as well. Plus there's a little store there too if you, have the munchies and you want to get something before you go to bed or whatever. So pageant week, we did a lot of fun stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of everything to make sure I do, guys. So before I kind of get into it, I do want to remind you, if you have any questions, definitely please comment them. And if you are watching and you are interested in joining the pageant, please ensure that you message the Miss Canada Glow Productions Facebook page and just message them your name, your age, your height, your email, your phone number, your parents' name and number if you are under 18, as well as who invited you to kind of watch the show today too. So, and just to remind everybody too, there are 3 categories. So there's Miss, which is 5'6" and over, up to from 18 to 26. There is Petite. I'm personally not a petite, so I didn't really, okay, whatever. When I found out about the pageant, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be Miss. But for those of you girls that are on the shorter side, there is a specific category for you, which is really great because it's very hard for girls that are, not typical tall girls to get involved in pageants, modeling, things like that. So that's 5'5" and under, and that goes from 18 to 29. So it's definitely a really good opportunity for the shorter girls. And then there's teens, so obviously 13 to 17. But those people, like the teens, have to have their parents' permission. So please ensure that you send in your parents' name and number, as well as who invited you. And whoever sends in during this time, there will be a draw for a free application to the pageant. Not a free entrance fee, but a free application. So just to kind of remind you guys about that too. So pageant week, I had so much fun. So I can't really tell you in order everything, but I can tell you we went to Canada's Wonderland. So I've never been. I live kind of far just to kind of go there for a weekend trip. So Canada's Wonderland was covered. They took us on really cool party buses. We listened to lots of cool music and went there all day, and we didn't have to wear heels or anything, so it was really fun. We got to wear our sashes, and it was kind of neat. We got a lot of attention, and going on all the roller coasters was super fun. It was neat to kind of get, into groups with other girls too, and kind of hang out and connect for the day and just kind of take a break from pageant stuff. Pageant week's a little more relaxed because you kind of have an idea. And anywho, so so we went to Canada's Wonderland. That was a really great thing. In addition to Canada's Wonderland, we also went to Ellen's Place. So one evening we actually went and had a Filipino inspired meal, and we had a karaoke competition, which is kind of cool. It kind of gives everybody, a night out to do stuff, kind of connect, sit with new people, get you, comfortable with kind of being on the spot in front of people again. So basically we lined up by category. They'd call up the misses and the petites and the teens kind of thing. And then when we got to the microphone, that's when we found out our song. So if you didn't know it, well, fake it till you make it, I guess. It was all about who was the most confident, and there was actually a little mini competition. So somebody was crowned Miss Karaoke Queen in each category. So that's really neat too. It's kind of nice, gives you a fun award, and kind of rewards girls that are, trying to have fun and make the most out of the experience. So another thing that we did too is we went to a salsa place. I know that it wasn't open to the public, so it's just the Miss Canada girls that were there, so if parents are wondering, it was just us there. And we had guys teaching us, and last year it was a girl, I'm pretty sure, but teaching us how to salsa, so that was really cool. We went there and had this wicked meal and had a night out, and they taught us how to salsa. So we actually had like a salsa queen and disco queen competition, so again, all the girls kind of went and, you know, showed off their salsa moves with the dancer, and then we did like a disco, so they played some disco songs, and some girls were doing some disco stuff. And then they crowned Miss Disco Queen and Miss Salsa Queen in each category too. So it was kind of nice, another way to kind of, you know, feel comfortable in front of people, connect with people, you know, have a good laugh, things like that. One other night too, we had a private pool party. So the pool was actually closed off to the hotel, and it was just us there. And what we did was we had a bikini competition and a runway competition. So we closed it off to the public just because A, there's lots of us down there, and B, we don't want, you know, like random people kind of around when we're trying to do our thing too, and keep the girls safe. So that was really good too. Just another topic on that too is, you know, we do have chaperones. We got pageant moms that come and help chaperone. We have previous title holders that kind of keep an eye on the girls, as well as there are security guards hired just to kind of keep an eye on things. So if anybody's kind of wondering about that too. And you're not allowed to leave the hotel, like, without asking. Teens aren't allowed to go. And yeah, you have to have a buddy with you too. So I can't stress enough, like, I would feel more than comfortable sending, you know, one of my family members that are young or anything like that there, for sure. It was nice to have security there, just in case, you never know. But anyways, back to the pool party. So basically, we all got an opportunity to do a bikini walk. Everybody did a bikini walk around the pool. And they crowned Miss Bikini in every category. So it's kind of a way too for you, it's like another opportunity for you to get in front of people, get comfortable doing the bikini walk, kind of another way for you to practice before nationals. So that's a really good opportunity too. And then we did the runway walk, Miss Runway. So they crowned Miss Runway in every category, and they basically just picked like some sort of high fashion wear or some, you know, some funky wear, and they did their hair all cool and you know, did like a walk, and somebody was crowned in each category Miss Runway. And then after that, we had an awesome barbecue down there too, and we had like big lights, and yeah, we had a pool party. So girls went swimming. I know one girl in my year, she actually got a GoPro from the photographer, and she was swimming around underneath and popping up random places and kind of videotaping for the photographer, which was really cool to see in the video too. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, kind of gives us the chance just to kind of unwind too. And the barbecue was awesome. I can't stress enough how awesome the barbecue was. So lots of people are wondering, well, I made it all the way to Toronto, like, am I going to get a chance to shop? Well, absolutely. So one day the pageant actually says, okay, girls, go shopping. So they have you go on the party bus again. So if anyone doesn't know what a party bus is, it's like a huge, like, I don't know, like a huge tour bus, but the seats are like on the side, and there's like a little dance floor and lights, and it has all the cool stuff in it and everything like that. So it's not like you're stuck on like those plain tour buses where there's no music and everything like that. So yeah, there's usually two. And not only that, they do attendance every time you go on and off the bus too, just to make sure everybody's there and everyone we're supposed to have's on there, so nobody's left behind. So in case people are wondering. So yeah, before we drop you off at the mall though, we do take you to Mandarin. So I never heard of Mandarin. I'm not from Toronto. I'm from a small town compared to Toronto. So when I went to Mandarin, it was totally awesome because there was so much food there. I actually FaceTimed my boyfriend, was like, hey, like, look at all this food, this is amazing. So it was a really neat experience for me. And there was dessert there too, which was really great. Yeah, so we all kind of hung out, we sat with kind of whoever was there, and yeah, we you know, had lunch, whatever. And after that, they dropped us off at the Eaton Center, so we were able to shop and stuff too. So in addition, we also had, during the pageant week, we also had a little more training and things like that, so that was really great as well. So one big thing I want to stress too, nationals is a little bit different. So we have the swimsuit, the evening gown, the interview, you have your national costume, and your talent. So there's a couple different components there too. So the national costume and talent, I had a lot of fun with it. I learned something new. I took it as an opportunity to learn something new. My boyfriend's a bass player, so I thought, okay, well, why don't I try to learn your hobby? And that's what I did. But the talent portion is really fun because it gets you, you know, involved in seeing seeing what other girls can do and things like that. So during the pageant week too, there's like the talent gala. So one night they have the talent gala, and everybody comes prepared to perform their talent, but then they announce top 10 in every category, and they actually perform their talent. And whoever wins the talent portion in the talent gala, top 10, is actually a fast track to the top 10 at nationals. So it's kind of nice. There's top 10, or there's fast track awards too. So the fast track award for that, there's a fast track award for national costume usually. There's a fast track award for People's Choice. There's a fast track for Miss Ambassador. They might change it this year, so I don't want to say that's definitive every year, but in my year that was one opportunity for girls too. So at the preliminary show, preliminaries, there's an audience as well. Basically you are competing for top 10. So I mean, if you already got into the top 10 via fast track, well, cool. It's just kind of another practice, I guess, for you. But excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold. So you do the preliminary show. At the preliminary show as well, that's where you do your national costume. So it's really great to see everybody's creativity and kind of see people's cultural background sometimes, or, you know, their views on Canada and things like that, which is really great. So the final show. So when everything's all said and done and everything's kind of coming to an end, you know, I was kind of sad. Like, I met all these really great people, and, you know, today's the last day, and, you know, and then I gotta go home and back to work and whatever. But I tried to soak it up as much as I possibly can. It was super awesome to go there, you know, have my hair and makeup done by professional makeup and hair artists, and put on my best dress that I had, that I felt absolutely beautiful in, and go on there as well. So we all participated in nationals one way or another, whether we walked in like the parades or whether you're in top 10, things like that. So that's a live streamed event too, like a professional live stream event. So if you're, unfortunately, if you're not able to come to Toronto to watch your daughter, that's fine. You don't have to. The final show, I think, was very well done. I think it was probably really entertaining to watch. I have watched like my year on disc, and it was really fun to watch. It was really interesting to see. As well as, I know last year I observed that Miss Canada actually uses like an electronic voting system too, which is really unique. So I don't know, I don't think all pageants do that. I think they're still doing the paper form. So it was really interesting and really fun. It was really nice to see too that, you know, they definitely invest in their pageant, which I really like to see from a business standpoint anyway. So a couple other things to add up the pageant week too. So after your regionals, you get to do a photo shoot in your new crown and sash. So we have makeup artists come and do your hair and your makeup, and you get professional photos done in your crown and sash for kind of like a take home. And as well as those photos are used in the program book that I showed earlier. So just a reminder again, if you are watching, be sure to message Miss Canada Globe Productions Facebook page with your name, your height, your age, your email, your phone number, your parents' name and number, and who invited you, for a chance to win a free application to the pageant. Okay, so I'm just kind of going off some notes here, some things I don't really want to forget. So after it's all said and done, and now you're a title holder, you know, there's lots of things for you. So if you win one of the main titles, like Miss Canada Globe, Miss Canada Petite, Miss Teen Canada Globe, those have a cash prize of $5,000 at the end of your reign. So once you've completed your reign, there are honorary titles as well, such as Miss Teen Canada Petite Canada Globe. I think that's how you say it. Miss Canada Charity, Miss Scholarship Ambassador, Miss Teen Canada Charity, and Miss Young Achiever. Those all have cash prizes as well at the end of the reign. And for the 4 princesses as well, those are all people on the national roster. So it's nice that being on the national roster doesn't just mean that you had to win the whole thing or your whole category. The runner-ups are as well. And everybody has the opportunity to be sent internationally. So I mean, typically you find in pageants it's whoever wins, they go international, and kind of continue on. But it's nice too, like I said, as a runner-up, you get that opportunity. Not everybody offers that. So it's really unique and something I truly appreciate as a runner-up. So during your reign, you definitely go back, you know, try to say, hey guys, like I went to Miss Canada Globe and, you know, I competed, this is what I won, you know, show it off. Like you worked really hard and you should be very proud of the title that you brought home to either, you know, your province or your town for sure. So now people kind of want to see what you're gonna do with it. So definitely be doing appearances. So, you know, volunteering within your community. So for example, some volunteering that I've done, I went back to my very awesome childhood neighborhood, and I did lots of like bingos, like meat bingos, like regular bingos, helped hand out like you know, tickets for things, helped hand out food. One thing I really liked and was a very humbling experience was volunteering at the shelter house. Serving lunch to the needy in my community was something it was very eye-opening anyway. Other things that I've done too are helping out at fundraisers. So I helped out with a childhood cancer awareness fundraiser, so that was really great. And then my platform, my year, was the Canadian Mental Health Association. Openly being somebody that has been diagnosed with persistent depressive disorder and double depression, I think mental health in Canada is a very, very important topic, something that needs to be talked about, something that needs to be promoted, and something that definitely you know, needs to have some awareness to it. So I chose to represent them. So the first thing I did with them was I modeled actually for Camo Formal, and the money went towards the CMHA. So that was really cool. I had some people saying, oh wow, she can really model. And I'm thinking, oh, thanks Miss Canada Globe, because I wouldn't be able to do that last month. So that was really cool. I also got involved with something bigger with the CMHA. So I sat on the planning committee for the Styles and Smiles event, and it actually was in support of the Canadian Mental Health Association and the Children's Center Foundation. So we planned like this huge formal event at one of the local hotels, sold tickets, everything like that. So I went in my crown and sash and a gown, and at that particular event too, I sold tickets. I, you know, meted and greeted, directed people, and the fundraiser itself actually raised $30,000 in one night. So it was a really, really great opportunity to meet people in the community. I actually got to reconnect with old friends and you know, raise money for some really great causes. So I also have my international coming up, so some things I've been doing to prepare for that is definitely you know, ensuring I, you know, get a nice dress, you know, trying to eat healthy, work out so I feel healthy, gaining some sponsorships. So I've been doing some fundraising too, as well as in my pageant we're actually going to an orphanage, so definitely gathering supplies for the orphanage, which was really great. So it's really great that even when you're going international, like you're doing something to give back to that community too. Like I can't stress enough how awesome that is. It's gonna feel, you know, really great to kind of give back and meet people in the Dominican as well. So does anybody have any questions or anything? Her older sister is going with her. Is there anything she can do other than hang in the hotel room? Is her older sister competing with her, or? Because if her older sister's not competing, she shouldn't be in her hotel room, because it is shared with 3 other girls, and we're not allowed to have visitors in the hotel room, especially boys. If you have your boyfriend coming to watch you, no boys in the hotel room, nothing like that. No drugs, no alcohol, nothing like that as well. Yeah, definitely what Elodie said. So sometimes, yeah, like there might be some downtime where like she can hang out with her family, but I wouldn't be bringing her to the hotel room that's shared with the other delegates. But if you have your own hotel room and there's some downtime, she can definitely come along. And I would definitely call the office too and just double check. Maybe you guys can come meet us at the shopping trip or something like that. So there's probably some time. During regionals, probably not a lot of time. It's pretty busy, but you'll be able to see her at all the events if you are staying for the whole week too. Yeah, like Shanley said, the shows. Yeah, she'll be able to go to all the shows and kind of see her too. So if I can get some of the queens and title holders and any girls that have participated in the pageant just to kind of, make a few comments about your experience, I'd really appreciate that. So I was talking a little bit about like the smaller, like little fun titles. So there's lots. like there's Best Eyes, Miss Photogenic, things like that. My year, I won Miss Peace. So I actually got a sash and crown for it. So I will show you that. Hold on. So this is my sash for Miss Peace. This was my crown for Miss Peace. So it was nice just to get a, a little reward. And it was crowned on stage. I think mine was the talent night. So this is my crown from Miss Northern Ontario Globe. So it's pretty big. It's a lot sparklier in person. The lighting in my room isn't that great. And this one was my one for charity. For Miss Canada Charity First Princess. And I'm just going to take my sash off here. Hold on. So you guys get a better view. Here's my sash and there's little jewels on it for Miss Canada Charity First Princess. So I do have another sash coming as well for going to the Dominican. It'll say Miss Canadian Beauty International. It'll be blue and have some, it'll be blue trim and it'll have some jewels on it too. So that's really exciting. So who knew? Like a couple years ago, I was down in the dumps. Wanted to try something new, didn't even think I'd get in, and now I'm gonna have an award title. I'm gonna have Miss Northern Ontario Globe. I'm gonna have Miss Canada Charity First Princess. I'll have Miss Canadian Beauty International, and then who knows how I'll do at the pageant? You never know. So the opportunities are absolutely endless. Like you can keep going international if you wish, as well as my art director has done something I truly think is really great. So she's actually done something what's called Legacy Queen. So these people have been involved in the pageant. They've stayed involved. Some of them are trainers that have come back and given their time and have promoted the pageant. Got lots of girls involved, and they're actually crowned a Legacy Queen. So they get a sash and they get a gorgeous crown. So my year was 15th year. So she crowned 15 girls since the beginning of the pageant, and so they all got a sash, and the crown was absolutely gorgeous. It was gold, it had red stones, and it definitely gives the girls that, kind of go through the process and go through the pageant, compete at internationals, maybe once, maybe twice if they want to do it again. Kind of something to look forward to too. Like there's always, the opportunity to be rewarded again for, your involvement with the pageant. So just a couple other things I want to add quick here. Definitely advantage of joining MCGP is you get a family. I have some of my closest, when I call one of them probably one of my best friends, from joining the pageant. I've gained so much confidence, I truly can't even describe. Like, I view myself so much differently. I have more confidence in myself. I have more confidence in the way I look, the way I feel, everything like that. It's definitely given me the opportunity to look forward to many things. So, going back to compete for charity, going to the Dominican in April. So it gives me lots of stuff to look forward to too. It's kind of like a hobby, kind of keeps you involved, keeps you busy. Keeps you involved in the community too. I've met lots of great people in my community. Another advantage I'd say is it does look good on a resume. I recently applied for a job. And I was actually brought up, I was kind of wondering what that meant. So I kind of explained, what it was about and what I did. And they were like, wow, like it's really, really, really cool. Like, that's awesome. It definitely helped me with my interviewing skills. And, obviously, like I mentioned before, not the same type of questions, but it definitely helped me out. Another advantage is, like Alicia said, it's an opportunity that keeps rolling. So, it helps girls kind of get more involved in modeling. Some girls get more involved in acting. Some girls kind of keep going to pageants, keep winning titles for themselves, keep active in their community. And like I said, you get a family that I don't think you really could get anywhere else. I have so much support from so many girls, and I've been involved for more than 1 year now, so I meet girls every year from all walks of life, and it's truly inspiring to see where, some of these girls are when they first come here. After they go through regionals even, they do a complete 180. It's like, I can't wait to see the 360, or some girls do a complete 360 right then. It's truly inspiring to see a lot of the things that girls do in the community too. So does anybody have any questions or anything like that? Yeah, for the interviews, yeah, Alicia said it's great. It makes you very self-aware, for sure. But I think we learn a lot about ourselves when we do go to the interview. We learn a lot of our little quirks that we have, and or lots of things that we're good at. I learned a few things that I was better at. Some things I could improve on. And it was kind of just great just to get some more experience. Like, unless you're actually going to job interviews all the time, you're not really getting interviewed all the time, and it gives you some more practice. I think it's definitely a great thing for teens as well, because it gives you that speech practice, it gives you that modeling practice, it gives you that confidence practice, it gives you the interview practice, which I think some of those definitely tie into employability skills too. And not only that, this kind of has you involved in your community. And the more connections you can make young in your community, like, the better. You never know, it could definitely turn out to be some opportunities for maybe employment or further volunteering or things like that. Or maybe you're volunteering at an event and you meet a girl, and she could really benefit from the pageant. So the pageant is definitely more of a self-development program. We don't recruit girls that are your typical pageant girl. You don't got to be 5'10", 100 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes, have perfect teeth, nothing like that. We accept girls from, I gave the ages earlier for the category, so you don't have to be super, super young. You don't have to be a certain weight, you don't have to be a certain height, you don't have to be a certain race, you don't have to be a certain religion, nothing like that. We do not discriminate. Myself being a First Nations Aboriginal woman, I think it was really inspiring to see how many Aboriginal ladies were in my year, and I really hope that continues to grow personally. So Alicia says, I'm excited to see how I can continue to involve myself with the charities once I've passed the crown. So yeah, absolutely. So Alicia's going to have to go back. Miss Canada Petite is going to have to go back and toss off her crown. But you know what? She can definitely stay involved. She is going international. She's going to Miss Universal Petite. It's like a cruise. I'm super excited for her. I think she's going to do great. I met her last year, well, briefly. I was kind of busy doing my own thing too, but I met her last year. She totally rocked. She did a great job. All the girls did, and I'm really excited to see where Alicia goes too. So she's been doing a really good job with her appearances and things like that. And she actually started her own little her own little group. I don't know, Alicia, you can comment a little bit about it if you'd like. I think it's something like really great. I don't want to say too much detail just in case I get something wrong, but it's really great that you took your title kind of to the next level and kind of opened up yourself to, help others too. So just reminding you guys as well, there's a free application, not an entrance fee, but an application. So make sure you message the Miss Canada Globe Productions Facebook page with your name, your age, your height, your email, your phone number, your parent name and number if you are a minor, and as well as who invited you to watch the show. And they will look and see who has sent in their information. They'll do a draw for a free application. So everybody loves the word free, so if you could, win yourself a free application if you are interested in joining the pageant, absolutely do so. Doesn't hurt to throw your name in there, you never know. For those people that say, oh, I have no luck, give it a go, you never know. So does anybody else have any questions or anything like that? Or anything else they'd like to say? So a couple things I want to add. So Miss Canada Globe Productions is the only pageant that sends like all of their runner-ups international. We are the only pageant that does confidence training. We do for you a way to get sponsorship by selling program books or selling ads in the program book, and the businesses are eligible for tax receipt. Really unique way. Definitely utilize it. It's a great way to kind of get the businesses involved. And honestly, I think it's a pageant that will definitely change your life. Like, it's changed mine. I've met, like I said, so many new people. I'm involved with lots of organizations in my community. I've met so many people in my community from it. I've recruited girls and actually got to know, new people from that, and have created, friendships, and, having other people, join the pageant too. It kind of helps change their lives too. And I'm curious to see all the impact those girls are going to make. And, they're going to tell people about it, and get more people involved, and it'll be really neat to see kind of what comes from that. But one thing I truly do like is that they do the regional assessment. I really, really like that. I think that's a really great way to kind of prepare you for nationals. It prepared me, definitely. And I really like that it's non-elimination at regionals. I really like that they bring you there, they tell you what to expect, they train you on everything that you're going to be trained on. You actually compete and you win a title. I remember phoning my boyfriend after I won Miss Northern Ontario Globe, and he could just hear how excited I was and how happy I was, and it was really great to hear how happy and proud my parents were, and I was truly proud too. So, yeah, and I think that it's really unique as well that Miss Canada Globe has so many fun activities planned for you. You don't just go there, do a bunch of pageant stuff and leave. Okay, see you later, go home. It's like, no, we're going to take you out. We're going to make you, have fun. We're going to, do things. I've never salsa in my life. It was really fun to kind of, get out there and do something new. Or like I said, go to Mandarin and all that food. And kind of experience Toronto too, because I'm from Ontario. I've been to Toronto a few times, but for some people, like from, BC, or, from even, I don't know, the northern part, or, the Maritimes, they don't always get to come to Toronto, so it's kind of neat to kind of come experience the big city life in Toronto, and all that. So, again, I really encourage you to submit your name. Thank you, Alicia, again, for commenting the, required information. Definitely send it in. I really, really hope that this live show was informative for you. Kind of gives you an idea of, my experience with Miss Canada Globe, things to expect, kind of clarified a couple things for you. And if you have any questions, definitely message any of the girls that have commented. They'd be more than happy to help you. You can message myself. My name is Kristie Kennedy again. My page is Miss Canadian Beauty International. You're more than welcome to message me with any questions or anything like that. Does anybody else have any questions or anything pressing that they want to ask, or? Okay, well, it's been about an hour, so like I said, definitely get that information in, and to those of you that are entering, good luck. I really hope that you do win a free application to the pageant, and for those of you that are interested, but have some more questions, definitely reach out and ask. And for those of you that are watching that are going to be competing this year, if I personally haven't talked to you, hi, I'm excited to meet you, and I hope that you have a lot of fun. Thanks, Elodie. Yeah, so I hope you guys kind of learned something. Definitely I'm an example of somebody that's kind of keeping on going, and I have 3 crowns. I have 4 sashes. I'm gonna have to make some room on my shelf, I think, but it's definitely something to get involved with. It's definitely a way to connect with girls all over Canada. It's definitely a way to get involved in your community. It's definitely a way to learn a lot about yourself. I wish I did it when I was younger too. I competed when I was 21. I wish I competed when I was like 15, 16, but the Miss does go up to 26 and the Petite does go to 29, so you got some time if you're in your 20s for sure. So if you guys have any questions, definitely message one of the title holders, myself, or the Miss Canada Globe Productions Facebook page. Definitely get your information in, and I wish you the best of luck. So again, my name's Kristie Kennedy. I'm Miss Canada Charity First Princess and your Miss Canadian Beauty International, and I will be representing Canada at Miss Beauty International in the Dominican. So on my page, definitely stay tuned for any updates for that, and I wish you all a very happy and safe Saturday evening. It's 7 o'clock where I am. I'm not sure what time it is where you are, but definitely everybody go out, have some fun, and yeah, I wish you all the best, and thanks for your time. Have a good night, guys.